always, let me shut a few places and let's start talking. Let's see if a few folks will join us because I think we need to really have a serious conversation. Um, we need to have a serious conversation about what's going on in Ghana. If we are not careful, we are going to regret seriously. And end up blaming the president for something that's okay. So what can hear me well? Good. So let me share a few places. Join us, family. Join us. Let's have a quick chat on our conversation about Ghana. So, welcome everyone. This is my first broadcast on Future Africa Leaders Talk Show in a while. It's been going through a lot, trying to take on some things right now, and didn't want to do any broadcast till we got back to the studio, but I had to make do and do something at the house. So I'll make a makeshift studio that I'm gonna start broadcasting from. But I wanted to have a conversation today. I have watched and looked how we are dealing with this COVID-19 issue in Ghana and how we are even being so reckless, right? And what needs to be said, what needs to be done. Um, I'm just flabbergasted that either we don't realize how serious it is or people just don't care. So comment, I've been advocating that there need to be more education. People are saying that there's already education. I think people are missing the point I'm trying to make. So as always, comment, share. If you know the show, this interactive talk show. So you are able to. We have a discussion, right? We actually have a discussion. So please make sure you post your comments as I prepare to get on Instagram live, and let's have a lovely discussion. All right, for an hour. It's very interesting to me what's going on in Ghana, and I really don't know what it's going to take for us to take this thing seriously. Honestly, don't know. I'm like I said, I'm flabbergasted. I really don't get what's going on. All right, we are live on Instagram. So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's HRH. Welcome to Future Africa Leaders Talk Show. I'm forcefully out of hiatus, right? I'm back. Like, there's some serious things we need to discuss, and I would like to join the conversation, add my views and opinions to the conversation because I'm very, very scared. I'm very, very concerned about Ghana and what's going on. Um, and for some reason, I don't know why. I don't understand. I don't get it. That I'm advocating for more education to be done. And people are upset with me on social media. And I want to explain a few things why I'm saying what I'm saying. Um, and please share as you join, invite people. Let's have a discussion. Like, let me know what I don't know. Okay, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Maybe I'm missing something, but I'm going to give you my points, my views, my thoughts, as a public advocate, as a public speaker. This is what we do, right? We add our voice, as a journalist. We add our voice to issues. We try to find, how do we help the public? How do we help government? How do we promote education and information? This is not about business, right? This is not about mentorship or entrepreneurship. But this is the part where we actually have to be part of the solution to the issues that we are dealing with, right? And I've been sharing information for weeks now. I've been trying to educate people, and it seems from the videos I'm seeing in Ghana, for some reason, we are not getting it in Ghana. For some reason, something is not clicking in the mind of the Ghanaian. And I've talked to a lot of people, quite a lot of people. I've been interviewing, discussing, sharing ideas with a lot of people. And I came to realize one common thread. And like I said, this, if anybody who knows the talk show, this is an interactive talk show. So ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to post your comments, post your opinions, and let's have a discussion. Like, I want to learn something. As I'm talking to people that have influence, for us to take different things, like I get a chance to talk to people who make decisions in Ghana. And when I post, I know people that see my post that have influence in Ghana. And it's a reason why I post a certain way sometimes, to inform people. Sometimes, social media, as we have come to understand, is a very powerful tool. So when I post with a mindset. I post in a way to educate and inform and get attention, and also see the pulse of the people of the Ghanaian. So for the last couple of days, I've been talking about the need to be sensitive education about this COVID-19 in our local dialect, in our local content. And people seem to not understand what I'm saying. Listen, with all seriousness as Ghanaians, if we do not do everything possible to educate the mind of the Ghanaian, to put the fear of God into them, to understand how serious this crisis can be. If this thing hits a certain number, as good as we are doing in Ghana, if we do not educate the Ghanaian, the average Ghanaian, the local Ghanaian, the grandmother, the grandfather, the auntie, not everybody's on social media. Not everybody listens to watches, have TV. And listen, there's something we need to do. And people thinking because the president speaks, a certain level of people, amount of people hear him, okay, on radio and TV. But majority don't. Not everybody is watching TV. Not everybody is on social media. Not everybody is listening to everything that's going on. And I'm telling you, not everybody also can speak English and understand English. We are Ghanaians. We are Africans. And this idea that we have this idea. Hey Joy, how you doing, dear? Long time. This idea that we have shared information, so it's enough. This idea that we have educated the people, so it's enough. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not enough. Until every single Ghanaian can hear, understand the seriousness of this crisis, it's not enough. And I say this to make a point. Most everybody here, you understand how serious this crisis is. What we don't understand, that most people in Africa already have this doubts of government and all these things already in their head. You understand? And not all of them understand, I will keep saying this, understand English and speak English. Are on social media, watch TV, are on radio, if they are out at a farm, in the village, at a market, all these things. What I'm saying to you, what I want the Ghanaian leadership, what I want Ministry of Information, Communication, Office of the President, Office of the Vice President, all the leaders, what I'm saying to people is this. There's something that we are missing as public advocates, as leaders. We are missing a point. Listen, I'm talking to people who don't even know what PPE means. You understand me? There are people who don't even know what PPE means. There are people who think COVID-19 is some game. We need to get people to understand in our local languages. Brofuna dorso. What you say? Brofono adorso. You know, I try not to speak. I don't do very good speaking tree, but I think I need to say it today. So if I mispronounce anything, please don't get upset with me. Ladies and gentlemen, the English is too much. We are Ghanaians. Brofuna dorso. We are a country that have over 20-something different tribes, different dialects, different languages. If it was election time, you have people in cars. I remember you would be on the streets talking about elections and campaigning. Songs will be done about campaigns and things like that. Adverts, drama. Listen, if we do not do everything possible to educate the Ghanaian about the seriousness of this, and we keep saying the president has spoken, this person has spoken, that person has spoken. A time when this thing hits a certain number, we will regret. I'm telling you, we don't have the medical facilities to take care of people. I'm in the States. Americans are struggling. Listen, they are turning football fields. They are turning stadiums into hospitals. New York is like epicenter. It's more than 500,000 people infected in America right now. Around the world, it's more than 1.4 million people infected right now. I'll post the numbers. Youngie. Oh, Eddie's around. He's in DC. Um, Inbox me, bro, and I will get you in touch with him. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I am scared. Like I am scared that Ghana as a country, some leaders are not panicking before the panic actually happens. Have we done a great job so far? Yes. Has the president done a great job so far? Yes. Has Minister of Health done a great job so far? Yes. Has Minister of Information done a great job so far? Yes. Everybody, Ghana right now, if you look at Africa, I have the charts. If you look at Africa right now, after South Africa, Ghana is like the best country managing this. If you look at the number of infected and death, Ghana have like 4 deaths so far out of 2,000 something infected cases, not infected cases. Right now, we just passed the 500 marks of infected. And I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, if people keep having this, I don't even understand what it is. It's like some ego. It's like something that we don't think we can bring our level to the local person, to the indigenous people. You can speak all the bluff you want. You can put up all the content on social media you want, on TV, but you are in a country that people are in places that they don't even have electricity. You are in a country that the local people don't speak English. You are in a country that the medical system, it's not the fault of the current government. You understand? But generations of governance, of bad governance, and greed and corruption and selfishness have created this burden of lack of good health system, lack of hospitals, lack of medical equipment, lack of a lot of things. And I'm saying to you, as much as the current government is doing the best they can, we as a society, we as public advocates, we as journalists, we as a country, we politicians, everybody, as you are giving away the food and donating the gifts because people are at home, we have to let them understand why they are home. Why you are all of a sudden, Father Christmas, Mother Christmas, giving food and helping people on the streets. We have to educate them that if we do not find a way to stay home, to take this seriously, for them to understand, if this thing gets out of hand, I am telling you, the way we live in Ghana as a people, our culture, as a community, how we are close connected, how we have this, houses where different people live in the same house, share the same toilet, the same bathroom, share everything, where people share community toilets, where we don't have the infrastructure. And I'm saying to you, the way this COVID-19, the way it multiplies, when it begins to infect people, it is dangerous. You listen, you have not seen somebody lying down. I've seen this. Compound houses. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Compound houses. You live in a country that there's abundance of compound houses. That everybody shares everything. That everybody touches everything. You don't have. We are a culture that is always together, even when we are not together. Everything we do is together. And if this thing hits, if we do not educate the people, put the fear of God into them, whatever we have to do to save lives, as much as the government is doing, as much as the president is doing, I understand. I support them. I promote them. I share everything that they are doing. I don't sleep. I don't sleep sometimes. Because, listen, you can disagree with me all you want online. You can disagree with me all you want on Facebook. You can tell me I don't understand how they are educating the people and what and what. What I'm saying to you is this. Listen, me, as a Ghanaian, I don't understand why we have not taken the time to not educate people in English and maybe Twi, like the popular languages we have. I'm saying educate people in every language, in any how it takes for them to understand this issue. Whatever it takes, treat this thing like a campaign situation. Get those loud speakers on the cars in the streets. Send people to health information people to the villages. Put out when the president is speaking. Somebody should be translating that into all the languages to be speaking in Ghana. There should be a translation of the president's message, and the Minister of Information's message, a Minister of Health message, and every message that is being put out about COVID-19. It should be translated into the local dialects. Content should be made. Pay people. They are bloggers. I don't understand why, as a country, we don't get something very common to save our lives. We know what works. I have done this. We have used this to promote the campaigns. I know what I'm talking about. I know. There are ways to get people's attention. There are bloggers, listen, there are bloggers on social media, on Facebook, who have more followers than the president. There are people we have to sit down. If you have to pay them, I don't care what you have to do. But there are people that has more followers, more listeners than the Ministry of Information. You need to get bloggers, actors, those who do the skits. You need to make commercials. Whatever we have to do. It's not just posting on Facebook and social media. We need to get the Ghanaian to understand this is the crisis that can kill off 1 million and over people in developed nations with the best health systems. They are dying in the millions. Don't play with this. Don't tell me that, oh, we're on Facebook, we are having a press brief, we are having the president is talking today, the president talking tomorrow. I understand the gentleman is doing everything he can to solve this issue, and he's doing great, and I support him. If you know me, you already know, right? It's not about politics. This is not even about family or politics. This is about our nation and our people who just don't understand the seriousness of this crisis. I was the same person last week advocating against the military, the police, the brutality, the punishment. Hey, from what I've seen so far, me, Ghanaians, I'm telling you, all the human rights aside, if you go out and you disobey the directives of the government and you are caught and you're punished, me, I will not come and say faint. I don't care if you show a million videos on TV, because I'd rather you get punished than you die. But I'm begging, you know, as much as I have access and I talk to people, I'm begging the bloggers, the actors, the celebrities, the comedians, the the vloggers, everybody. This is not the time for us to think we are better than whatever, to be pretentious, to be arguing, to be politicking, to be taking this issue as a political campaign issue. Listen, fellow Ghanaians, if we do not educate people about this issue, if we do not, as public advocates, as journalists, as public speakers, as bloggers, as vloggers, as politicians, as ministers, as parliamentarians, as DCE, as whatever your position, your ability, your resources are, I am telling you, if we do not educate the Ghanaian about the seriousness and the way this thing kills when it hits, we will regret it. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care how powerful you are. When this thing catches you, you are sorry. You see somebody trying to breathe and they can't get air. When they say they want ventilators, because you cannot breathe. Can you imagine? It's like you are choking on your own. Your throat is stuck and you cannot get air. So they need ventilators to help pump air, pump air into their heart to breathe. I'm not against anything that is being said, that is being done. I applaud it. If you know me, I support the president 100%. I support all the people who are doing a great job. I promote them. Whatever I need to do, I do it. Donation, support, whatever, we are doing it. But I'm saying to you, I'm saying to the Ghanaian, this thing, this crisis, this is not a joke. I keep seeing people making jokes and skits and comedy. You are not creating a seriousness that comes with this. Yes, some of you are doing it as fun. And people think it's a joke. You are not sending the serious message that goes with this. This is not politics. This is not about elections. This is about the lives of the Ghanaian people. And I'm telling you, if we don't do every single thing possible, whatever it takes, whatever it costs, we will be spending money burying people. When we could have been spending money talking to people, educating people. There are people at home right now. There are actors, actresses, bloggers, people who speak Ewe, Twi, Ga, Hausa, Fanti. All these people are home. You know who they are. Find them. Give them opportunity to create messages out there, to talk about it. If you have to pay them to talk about it, I don't care. I'd rather you spend the money to save their lives than you spend the money to bury their lives, to bury people. I don't care what your political leaning is. This is not about politics. I'll talk about that in a different day. You understand? Because I see people playing politics with this thing. And it's not. It's not. This is life and death matter of the Ghanaian. This issue, you cannot play with it. You cannot joke with it. You cannot even begin to think that because of what you do here, you are going to be win election, whatever it is. This is not the time for it. There will be a different time for that conversation. Do you understand me? But right now, what is important, what is necessary, what needs to be done is for us, the government, Ministry of Information, of Education. I don't even understand why Ministry of Education have not been brought into this. Because as I talk to people, a lot of the issues is lack of education. People don't know what PP is. People think COVID-19 is a joke. They are making sketch about it like it's like AIDS. My friend, this is not AIDS, oh. We got lucky with Ebola. You understand? This is not AIDS, oh. This is not you have to go and sleep with somebody to get this, oh. This disease don't care who you are, oh. This disease don't care about your money. It don't care who you are. Listen, this thing is airborne. It's airborne. It can stay under somebody's feet for 2 days. It can be under your shoes for 2 days. This thing is airborne. It can stick on plastic for 3 days. It can be, this thing lives. It's a virus. It's airborne. Once it catches you, okay, your possibility of survival, yeah, it's good. If you are in a developed nation that have the right health system and the medication to help you. My fear is this. The fear that people are not understanding what I'm saying. My fear is this. We are in Ghana. You are in Ghana. You already do not have good health infrastructure, good health system, hospitals, basic necessities for healthcare. People are already dying in the hundreds during childbirth. Preventable diseases kill people in Ghana. Healthcare have not been a priority of any government in the past 60 years. People have done some things to help, but the level of what it needs to be done hasn't been done. And what can protect us as a people, can protect Ghanaians, is knowing how serious this thing is, taking it seriously, being educated about it, how to stay home. Like staying home is about saving lives. And you can tell me how difficult Ghanaians are. We don't listen, they don't do this. I understand you. Yes, they are difficult. Yes, they don't listen. But I'm saying to you, the amount of people that were at the beach yesterday, the amount of people that were at Boutique Falls, the amount of people that were in the streets for food, you are not educating the people to understand the seriousness of this crisis. And you can argue with me all you want. You can tell me you have done it. You can tell me you've done it in English. You can tell me, but I'm telling you, you have not done enough yet. I'm telling you, you have not educated the people on the level that needs to be done in every language, with every possibility. When a president speaks, it's not every Ghanaian that hears it. It's not every Ghanaian that's watching TV or on radio or on social media. We need to take what the man says, break it down to the local dialects, local contents, and get it on radio and TV and what other means possible. Get everybody involved. Educate Ghanaians. This thing is like a war. This COVID-19 is like China gave the world Third World War and no bullets were shot. But the death count is same as a war. Educate the people. Educate the people. Find solutions. Help. You have people already in Ghana who have done this kind of work, who have taken their time to educate people on different things. Support them. Let's fund them. Let's find them. Let's get the Ghanaian, the grandpa, the grandma, the uneducated, the local people, the village people, the Krasini, the whoever you want to call them. The street people, the homeless people, what are we doing with them? If a homeless person catches this thing and they have nowhere to go, where did they go? People in the streets, you are going to feed them. Why you are there to feed them? Educate them on this. When they are coming, you are sharing food, and people are coming, no social distancing, to get food to eat because they are hungry. They are not getting food to eat because of COVID-19. Don't sit there and think people are begging for food to eat because of COVID-19 came and all of a sudden they have no food. They are poor and have no food. It's been already there. Don't make it assume because of COVID-19 you are doing all these things to help people. The poverty has been in Ghana due to the greed and selfishness and corruption of politicians and people for generations. That is how poor Ghanaians are. That is how hungry they are. They have always been there. So don't think it's because of this thing that they are coming out. The hunger has been there. The poverty has been there. As those who know me, you know poverty is one of my biggest things that I fight for. It's always been there. What I'm saying to you is, while you are there to help them with the food, while you are there promoting COVID-19, the support you are giving them, take some help people with you. Take some nurses with you. Take some people that can educate them on the seriousness of this disease. They need to stay home. The only thing that spreads this disease is when people are out and about. The disease is airborne, but it has nobody to touch. It don't get affected. You understand? We have to understand this simple thing. You get the disease if you're out and somebody has it, and they breathe, and it gets into you. You walk and you can take it. Literally, it can stick under your shoes. It can stick on your clothes. It's airborne. So while we are helping people, supporting people, educating, informing people, we need to do more of it. I'm saying spend the money now. Hire who you need to hire. Educate who you need to educate. Inform who you need to inform. In our local dialects, get people to get them. I don't care how many times we have to do it. If it saves one life, it's worth it. Whatever we need to do, drop all the big English, drop all the munjai kasakesia, no munjai the big words, no munka tree, munka ewe, munka hawaza, munka gan, munka speak the language they can understand. Don't play with this thing. Please don't. This is not time for, I wish I could speak clearly in just express. And yes, I feel I'm about to say, Munu Madia, Munu Brofo. Mon can't look at that language, no one tia. No one who's a dear way, a kunipa, a coon, it will kill you. A coon, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter your power. There's no, listen, there's no oil of voodoo or black magic, whatever nothing. Nothing. Educate them. Make sure people understand directives and why it's being done. Make sure that we do this for the nation, for God and country. Make sure. Okay. So, the next topic, my last topic for the day. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I believe, from everything I've seen on social media over the weekend, it's time for about 30-day lockdown in Ghana. It's time for about 30-day lockdown in Ghana. It's time for the government to shut the country down. Because, yes, we as a people are very hard-headed. There is a number of infections that I don't know whether it's public yet. That should scare every Ghanaian right now. It's not about fear or panic. It's about staying home, information, and calming people. And maybe fear, a bit of fear is important too for people to understand. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we need to be afraid of this thing, like really, like afraid for people to understand what's happening. There's a number that I've come across that literally scares me about the issues in Ghana. There's a number, and I'm going to tell you why I'm afraid of this number, and why I think it's time to shut the country down. It's time to lock everything down, get the military forces in the country, and those who don't listen will have to be disciplined. Like, I'm one of the people that advocate for humanitarian rights and democracy and all this stuff. But listen, I can advocate for you and you die, or you can listen. Do you understand me? Matimas here. Make me advocate government. Make me advocate government, sir. Hey, spend the love. How are you doing, dear? That's what I love. Make me advocate government. Make me a akasa. Make me a pachoama. Make me. But when you are dead, you are dead. Understand that. Ooh. Say ooh. No amount of money, no amount of anything I can do, somebody can do will benefit you. And what I don't want you to happen, I don't want to happen is for you to die. But I'm telling you, right now, forget everything. I support 100%. The president should shut down the country. It should shut down the country, lock it down for about 30 days. If that's what it takes, shut it down. Those who come out, discipline them. I didn't say punish them. There's a difference between discipline and punishing people. You understand? There's a difference between discipline and punishing people. There are things people can do, what people can do. They are, when you used to take people to the streets and they go around in school and they go and weed. Rollins time, who been there for? We can't do certain things. But as I'm advocating for the lockdown, as I'm advocating for discipline, what we also don't want, before I tell you about this number, is mistaking death or killings. Because people as the military, I'm a veteran. I'm a former military person. You may not know that. The military has a role in governance. Military is to protect. People have to love the military. Police is different. You understand? But military, we serve. Military, we have a certain responsibility in governance, in democracy. People can hate the police, but they love the military because when you see the military, it's your saviors. There has to be a way for us to educate the military on how they deal with Ghanaians. I understand they need discipline, but don't beat somebody like they're a criminal. Don't manhandle and treat people like they are not, that they are not human beings. There's a way to deal with people, discipline them, for them to. I just don't want to see that if a lockdown happens, I don't want to see brutality. That's the word I'm looking for. You see, you can deal with people in a humane way and still hold them accountable and responsible and punish them. And then you can deal with people brutally, like a beast. And I don't want that. That's the only thing I'm begging. Whatever discipline we need to discipline people, fine. But what I'm begging is if we need to have a total shutdown, which I think now the government should have it because of this number I'm about to talk about. If you are going to allow the police and the military in the country, what we don't want to see is these videos of people being captured, being brutalized. Grandparents, mothers, fathers. Because me, if you mistreat my family, you have to understand the world have changed. Oh, the world have changed. You cannot just abuse people, brutalize them, and just walk away. The world have changed. You need to discipline people and treat them as human beings. Let them know why they are at fault. And punish them if you have to. But not brutalize them. That's all I'm saying. That's what I would say on that. But if we need to discipline people, let's discipline them. I am so afraid and I'm so concerned that whatever it takes, let's do it. Just don't brutalize and kill people because of this. Okay. My dear sister, hey Christina, you there? Let's say, Christina says, you have spoken well, but some Ghanaians are stubborn, and it's not because of their inability to understand the English. They are very much aware of what's happening, but they will not listen. So total lockdown is very much needed. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, they have to shut down everywhere in Ghana. Yes, thank you, dear. Thank you for your comment. But some of the Ghanaians, they don't listen. Yes. I get that we don't listen. It's a part of our nature. I don't even know why we don't listen. But in all seriousness, whether they listen or not, I have spent enough time about why they should listen. But I'm about to tell you a number that should scare everybody. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not. I'm going to tell you a number that's very, very important for every Ghanaian to understand the seriousness of this. Okay? I saw people at the beach yesterday, and it's very sad. Yes, my dear, yes. That is why I'm here. Even though I've come out of hiatus. Future Leaders Talk Show was on hiatus to the end of this stuff, and I've come out. I need to do what the part I can do, and I know I have followers. We reach quite a lot of people. I have a lot of followers in Ghana, in Africa, and maybe something I'll say will reach somebody. The scariest thing to me about Ghana, what I saw that scared me the most, that's got me thinking that we need to shut everything down, that this is no more a joke or a game, is this. Lockdown here, okay, you mean in the UK, lockdown is 6 months, so why are they not doing the 2 weeks or 1 month? Well, I think there was a lot of, we can't compare developed nations to Ghana. That's one thing also that I realized why the president is making sure that certain things are in place to do this. If you lock the country down without giving people the opportunity to do certain things, and making certain things available, you can cause a lot of harm because we don't have the resources as easily in Ghana that we have abroad. People. So I get all that part. I get it. I get that. But now, based on evidence of what is happening, there is no excuse anymore. I think if we don't shut down the country, we are going to regret. People are going to blame the same leaders for not shutting it down. The same people who will blame them if they shut it down will be the same people who will blame them if they don't shut it down and what happens. Right? Me, if not because I have my family there and the poor people. I will never even feel sorry for. Understand, yeah. You need to understand that the coronavirus doesn't know rich or poor. Yes. So, this is the number that I've been trying to tell you about that you should be worried about. This number I'm about to say is the reason why I'm concerned. Did you know that 66.6% of the infected people in Ghana have no outside travel at all? We kept saying the people who are bringing the virus were foreigners. Yes, in the beginning it was. People come from outside of Ghana. In the beginning it was. But as of now, the amount of infected people are 66.6%. That number have not left Ghana. Some of them have never traveled outside of Ghana. This tells me that now the virus is in the system. And the only thing saving us is we staying at home. You thinking it's a foreigner bringing it is no longer true. It's in Ghana. Do you understand? Whether you fear, you panic, whatever you need to do, I'm telling you, it's in Ghana. And we need to take it seriously. The president needs to lock down the country right now. Damn, who's going to complain? Because I've realized that in this country that we call Ghana, if you kill yourself to help somebody, they will complain, why did you die for them? If you don't kill yourself to help somebody, they will complain, why didn't you die for them? There is a level of, I don't get it, and I don't mean to offend anybody, and it's a discussion I really want to have. There is a level of ungratefulness within the psyche of some Ghanaians that I will never ever in my life begin to understand, especially the poor, some of the poor, especially some of the underprivileged, that when people are here to help you, you actually complain about the help that you are getting. What? Whether it's good enough or not good enough. What? You are in a crisis and people are trying to help you and you complain about the help. Are we serious? So, in closing, this is my cry for help to the leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to shut Ghana down for 30 days. Not this piecemeal, 1 week, 2 weeks. No. Shut the country down. People are going to complain whether we do it or not. People will blame the president when people start dying. People will blame the president if they don't die but they are hungry. Listen, people will complain. I have come to understand this about the country. People will complain no matter what you do to help them or not. But for the greater good, for God and country, I don't care about your political whatever. Mr. President, it's time to shut the country down. It's time. At 66% being locally transmitted and infected, we are not ready for that thing to go higher. Because if this thing hits the markets, the local markets, the villages, we will be sorry. Let's err on caution. Do you understand? Let's pray that we take preponderance of caution and nothing happens. And people can complain about whatever later. But right now, it's time. Because they are not listening. They are not listening. And all I ask is, please, we put the military and the police out to maintain the lockdown or whatever security measures need to be in place. Let's just not brutalize Ghanaians as criminals or enemy combatants. You understand? Let's just not brutalize Ghanaians. There's a way to discipline people. There's a way to punish people. And there's a way to abuse and brutalize people. We don't want that. I'm a veteran. I'm a former military person. I support the military with all my heart. I support government. Not just a party, but good governance. People will misconstrue whatever they want. I don't care anymore. You understand? It's not the fact of my family's in power or this or that. No. What I'm saying to you is this. I support good governance and good leaders, whether they are my family or not. The same way I speak against bad governance and bad leaders, whether they are my family or not. But this is the time for Ghana as a country, as a nation, as a people, Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen, get behind the president. Let's shut down the country. Shut it down. Let's clear the air for 30 days. Because if we don't, we do not have the health facilities, the health systems, the medical equipment. Applause to the government for working on the PPEs that all these factories are working on. Great, lovely, glad it's happening. But in actuality, we need to shut the country down. Until Ghanaians understand the seriousness of it, we shut the country down. So, offer. Muntu chronum, muntu chronum, muntu chronum, muntu chronum, muntum. I don't care anymore. It's, people would take it and do politics with it. But Ghanaians, beg the government, for your own sake, beg the government to shut the country down and get the military in place to maintain stay-at-home directives. All right? Christina, total lockdown is the surely way out. Yes, my dear, I understand. Thank you, dear. Thank you. So, that's my bit for today. Right? Future Africa Leaders Talk Show is back. We have a lot of topics. We have new podcasts we're going to be bringing up. The mentorship is coming back. Entrepreneurship is coming back. Leadership. We have a couple of other podcasts. Ghana Diaspora Business Investment Podcast. We have One-on-One and Prince Duke. We have Tea and Coffee with Prince Duke. We have all kind of podcasts, all kind of talk shows coming, all kind of different topics that we cannot have under the same brand, and maybe we will. So I'll be talking to some people about the different podcast ideas we have that we are developing. And I'm going to be coming to you live as often as possible now that I have created a space for me at home. I'm still working on setting everything up. So, but I have a space. I don't have to go to the studio. I can't even go to the studio. But thank you for supporting us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. Share, The only thing I'm going to ask on this right here before I leave is please follow my page, the HR Prince Duke Dankwa page, Future Entrepreneurs, because in the future we are going to be having most of the talk shows live on that page and share it here. We are looking at different formats, you know. Spending over time for the love, dear. I really, really appreciate it. So, look forward to more information from us. Public advocacy on Future Africa Leaders Talk Show, leadership advocacy, good governance advocacy, public information education, holding leaders accountable. This is what we do here, right? This platform is for that. This is the political platform, the leadership platform. We have the business platform, the entrepreneurship platform, the other platforms we have, and we will use those as when it's appropriate. But when we want to talk about serious things, when I post my Future Africa Leaders Talk shows talking, it's something political leadership. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing? How you doing, nephew? Nice to see you. And to also understand, it's an interactive talk show. And what that means is that with this talk show, you get to post, you get to comment. We are going to start bringing people on live to talk, to do that. If people want to join you live, we're going to start bringing people on live to share the screen and have discussions on the various topics. It's been a while. I'm glad to be back. It took a crisis to bring me back. But I'm glad to be back. We have a lot to discuss. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to share. We have a lot to inform, educate, and promote. And we have a lot to do to hold people accountable for who they are and what they do as leaders, right? So let's protect each other. We are Ghanaians. We are all Ghanaians at the end of the day. It doesn't matter which political campaign you are with. We are all Ghanaians. You understand? When you lose a life, you've lost a life. Your life doesn't say MPP life or NDC life or CPP life. We have to stop this nonsense of allowing politicians to manipulate us to support them, even when it doesn't make any sense. We need to do the right thing for us. We need to educate our people about the issues. We need to inform people about the issues. We need to find a way to get people to understand the seriousness of this issue. I'm scared for Ghana. I'm very, very scared for Ghana because our culture and traditions and how close we do things and everything together. And I'm hoping that something I've said today will get the people that need to hear this. And I know it will. We have to do more. I will do more. I will do more to help. I will do more to inform, to educate, to at least have a discussion with you. And maybe somebody else will hear it, see it, and be more informed. People are asking me to do a show that is mostly in Twi. We are going to work on that also. Okay. So, thank you, dear. Thank you. You too. So, anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching Future Africa Leaders Talk Show, powered by Future Africa Media. I'm your host, HRA Prince Duke Dankwa, and I hope this evening I'm able to inform you, educate you, get you to take some action, get someone to take some action, do something. It's time for the total lockdown in Ghana. I don't care who is your friend, who is bad. It's time. It's time. The leaders should do what they have to do. The blame will come later. You cannot please everybody. And there's one thing about leadership before I end. There's one thing I've learned about Ghana, the world, Africa, leadership. You will not be able to please everybody. And if you want, as a leader, you want to please people, go sell ice cream. Don't be in leadership. This is time for serious decisions to be taken. Not politics, not games, not whatever it is. It's time to shut Ghana down for about 30 days. Because at 66.6% of local transfer, ladies and gentlemen, don't play with this thing. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. See you guys tomorrow. At what time? Hopefully I'll try to get it. We try to get our regular 2 p.m., 7 p.m. time. But God bless you. Have a good evening. Cheers.